Hi heathens! Today's video is going to be a glam fall look. I'm having a problem. So I'm going to do a full face of fall, I was going to say fall makeup, but that's not really a thing. I'm going to do a full face of fall colors. So it's warm again outside right now. Back up to, I think, 80. But yesterday was cool and this morning was cool. Compared to what we're used to. So I'm going to grab out a foundation here. I grabbed the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid in Fair Porcelain. That's a good one. And I've got a setting powder here. So let's use the No Problem Primer today. And okay, I'm going to use the Clarifying Oil-Free Water Gel as well, which is a Murad product. And I'm just going to put that over my face real quick because I'm a little bit oily and red. Because like I said, it is a little warm outside now. I just got back from doing some running around with Katie. And so like I said, I'm a little toasty. There's my foundation brush. I was like, I knew I had it over here. But it's nothing like crazy. And so I hope on camera it doesn't look crazy like red. You can definitely see it though, and I'm not convinced that the foundation is actually going to cover it up. But we're going to see, because I want to use like all kinds of products today. There's hair on my nose. And I want to revisit this palette because this is very fall and Halloween. And I could have used it in my last video and it totally slipped my mind. This is the Curse Cosmetics Paranormal palette. And inside you have all these like really bright colors, but then you've got some gorgeous glitters at the bottom. And like the orange is calling to me right now. That's what I want. And I think I want to put down a little bit of an eye. I'm torn between eye pencil and eye primer because I have these shadow sticks that I feel like I could use as a base layer to kind of build up. Is this one shimmery? Yeah, to kind of build up a base. I don't know how that would work. So instead, I'm just going to reach over, grab my Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral, and I'm going to put this on my lids to... Why is my chin sweating? Gross. To kind of prep the lids instead of using a primer. I am breaking out right here and right up here. So I want to kind of avoid touching those areas for now. And I'm just going to take a flat brush and brush that concealer over the lid. And then the same thing on the other side. So is it actually fall yet where y'all live? Because it is definitely not fall here. And it makes me very sad. I'm ready for a string of nice cool days, not just like one here and there. And I don't know how long it's going to be before we get that. And it makes me sad. I'm going to take a little fluffy brush. And I'm going to tap into Bump here, which is like the most neutral shade in the palette. I think it's technically the only neutral-ish shade even. I mean, other than two of the shimmers, because Entity and White Noise are kind of neutrals. And if you consider Paranormal a neutral because it's black, I feel like for eyeshadow, I don't consider black a neutral, but for clothing I do. Do you agree with me? Or is black always a neutral or never a neutral, in your opinion? Because I feel like sometimes people confuse, and maybe they're interchangeable and I'm the one that's confused, but I feel like people confuse neutral and nude. And so when someone says like a neutral shade of clothing and it's like always brown or tan, yes, that's neutral, but that's not the only neutral. I don't know if that makes sense. Saying it out loud like that, I'm like, damn, maybe I'm the one that's wrong. But either way, we're gonna just softly build that up. Okay, I'm actually gonna take the exact same brush and go into Ecovox, which is the bright orange matte orange. Yeah, it sounds better when you say it like that. Oh, wait, before I do that, because I want it to have time to like set into my skin, I'm gonna go in with the, where did I put it? No Pore Primer, which is the Touch and Soul primer. It is smooth and pore covering. Top secret for perfect makeup. It has been a while since I've used this primer, but I remember it feeling really, really nice. Like the consistency. Whoop, whoop. Hello. Having a hard time. Okay. I'm just gonna take my fingers and gently rub that around and kind of press it into my face. I don't know that we have, and I did not wear highlighter today. The only thing I had on previously was mascara and that little bit of lipstick that I took off, which due to eating a small lunch, it was already coming off a little bit anyway. I don't know that that changed anything for my pores necessarily, but that's fine. Okay, same brush, going into that really orange shade. I don't recall if I've used this shade on the eyes before, so this might be a first. Okay, as I expected, it's a little bit lighter, or it's a little bit brighter in the palette than it is on the eyes. On the eyes, it doesn't pop that neon, and that could be different once built up or over a base. But that's fine, because orange is still very fall. That is the shade of Pumpkins. That's the shade Leaves Turn. We're not going wrong by just having a more toned down orange on the eyes instead, because I think that glitter will be very bright, and that'll make up for it a little bit. In fact, it might even make the glitter stand out a little bit more, because bright orange glitter on bright orange eyeshadow, I don't know, it might get lost. So going in with a little bit more on this eye as well, because that's what I did with the first eye, to just kind of enhance the color. Yeah, see, I'm liking that though. Even though it's not like ba-bam like it is in the palette, I don't have a problem with that. Alright, so I am going to tap into OMG, which is that orange glitter. Taking that on my finger, and then just patting it onto my eyelid. Can you see that? Put it on this lid. Oh, got a little bit under my eye, but that's fine. Alright, get a little bit more. I hope it picks up on camera, because it has like these yellow and green almost reflex. Okay, now going into the face, let's take the foundation, which, like I said, is the Dream Radiant Liquid by Maybelline Hydrating Foundation with hyaluronic acid and collagen in the shade 2 Fair Porcelain. So it does have a pump. We're going to pump it onto the back of my hand. Ew. We're going to get that off of the applicator. Or the, what would you call that? That's not an applicator. Little hole that it comes out of. And then what I always do is take my middle finger, kind of pat the foundation around my hand a little bit, and then take what's on my finger, not the hair, and start patting on my face, and then just picking up more on my finger and doing the same thing. Okay, we're gonna start with that and see where that puts us. So I'm just gonna take this brush and we're just gonna start buffing that into the skin. It's definitely minimizing the redness, but it's not fully covering it, which I'm torn between right now because part of me wants it fully covered because I hate when my face gets red like that. But the other part of me is like, I'm going to be putting on blush over it anyway, so does it like really matter that much, you know? But since I have some more on the back of my hand, I will probably go in and build it up anyway. Just right along the cheeks. Alright, so this is what we're looking like right now. And then I'm just going to take my brush, dab in a little bit, and we're going to build up over the cheeks just a little, and then start buffing it in. It's looking a little weird right here. I don't even know if that's going to pick up on camera because it's just a slight line in the foundation that I can't get to buff out. Sorry. Okay. I used most of what was on my hand. This is all there is left. So I'm just going to take that little wipe and wipe that off. And I'm going to go in with the Kylie Pressed Powder Bronzer in Khaki, which is like a lighter shade. And I'm going to take, I'm going to try this brush. No, that one's supposed to be for blush, so I'll try that for the blush. I don't know what this one's supposed to be for, so this is what we're going to try. Small contour. It's good enough for me. So I'm just going to tap that in, swirl it in, and then just take it right along that area and then up the face, up into my hair. Do you see all those flyaways that it has pulled out? That's the worst part about doing this for me, and I don't know how people do it, and that does not drive them crazy, is all those hairs that go absolutely nuts when you do that. Like, look at all these short hairs. Like, what is happening? Let's lay that down. Okay. Then I'm going to take, apparently, this blush brush and go in, if I can get it, with the Vanilla Cream Truffle Blush Palette from BH Cosmetics. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. I didn't think this through. I'm going to use the Chocolate Orange Truffle Palette because we're keeping in that orange theme, the fall theme. And this is what these shades inside look like. So I'm going to go in with this shade down here, which is the Deepest Matte And I'm going to take this brush. We're just going to tap in. Got a little bit on there for sure. Oh, you can definitely see that. And I'm going to take it all the way to my nose. Try to make sure it's as blended as possible, because this palette deposits the pigment. And this brush, I want to say isn't helping, but that makes it sound super negative. But this brush is picking up and depositing a lot of pigment itself. So you take a pigmented palette and a brush that is not shy on grabbing the pigmentation. I feel like the light is diluting it a lot. Can you see that better? And then we're gonna go in like we have in quite a few videos recently and add a few fake freckles. And I'm gonna be using, where did I put it? New. I thought it was up here, but I just knocked something all the way to the door. I don't know if you heard that little thud. But something like rolled off of my desk. I don't even know what it was. This is the ColourPop Freckle Pen in soft brown. And we are just going to put some freckles, particularly through where the blush is, to make it look a little more sun-kissed and natural. And then of course a few more just on the face. And then just patting over it to dilute them down and dry them a bit so they don't spread quite as easily. Which I haven't actually had much of a problem with when I've been using this. But I've heard that that's the best thing to do if you're using this. Just kind of pat it down. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna go into the Michaela Pot 2 palette, and I'm gonna grab Are You Kidding Me, which is the gold, because if you didn't see this get swatched, let me tell you, I don't know if you guessed it or not, but it's gold. So I'm going to take a small brush and just grab a little bit. You can see how much comes up. Tap it off. And then bring that down my face. Because that is just, I really don't think the camera, or at least my camera, will ever do this shade justice. Because it is just gold glitter, essentially. But it's not like chunky, but you definitely get the gold glitter glow. Try saying that 5 times fast. Gold glitter glow. And then we're gonna go in with lips. I think I want something a little more moisturizing. And so I'm gonna go for the ColourPop Lippy Balm, and I have Bellini BB. That was upside down because I was reading the back. Oh. Gotta squeeze it out here. There it is. I like these. I don't think ColourPop sells these anymore, which is really sad. Because they feel really, really nice. Alright, and then we are going to set it using the Benefit Professional Super Setter. And this is the finished look. Put in a little more light and take down the hair. This is it. I hear Casper messing with the box, so it must mean it's food time. I like it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. That really helps me out. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content. That really helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.